welcome back to episode 7 of the Once Over podcast.
Number 7. Spilled coffee
7.
already. That
I
didn't
see
take
that.
Long. That did not take long. All right.
So we're your hosts. I'm Jill.
I'm Nick.
And it's been a little while. It's been 2 weeks since we got our last one out.
Yeah, we missed a few.
Yeah, well, scheduling difficulties. Like, we both have full-time jobs. So
makes it very
sometimes, it can be pretty hard. But what's been new? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Work, and I'm making my brother's Christmas gift. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you dare tell? Is he gonna listen? Do you think?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. That he might actually hear this, because he did say that he listened to a few of them. So I'm not gonna. I can't really say too much about it, but I am making it.
You know what we could do? We could always bleep it out. That it'd just be like beep.
Okay, so I'm making him.
Yeah, no.
Bleep all of that.
I will. Just be the beep. Sorry, audio listeners. I'm probably
I
going to
apologize. I'm sorry.
cut that right out. No, that's really cool. I'd
Yep.
really like that. Russ, if you're watching, you're really going to fucking like it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of jealous, actually. Captain had to get one of his toys. There's Tail going by.
Yeah. All right. So what's new with you?
Well, work was pretty crazy. We lost 2 supervisors within a month.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't want to spill my coffee. Sit
down.
Yep, we lost 2 supervisors within a month.
That's nuts. So are you in the running for supervisor then?
I played supervisor before.
Didn't like it?
And oh my goodness, I almost spilled so much coffee. Sit down, Apollo. You're making me nervous.
Sit down. Down. Get down. Okay.
Yeah, I've done supervisor there before.
Yeah.
And it is extremely stressful. And it's not that I couldn't do it. Like, that's no problem. Opening, closing, whatever.
Yeah.
But on my job, I have like 700 items that I have to put out. That's my quota a day.
Yeah.
And even though they'd be like, oh, don't worry about getting your quota, like, just make sure everything's good. But at the end of the day, they're like, why didn't you get your quota? Sort of thing. So it's just a lot of pressure and know-how
that is like, that reminds me of so much when I was doing that exact, well, not exact job
Sit
that you
down.
were doing,
Sit
but
down.
in that same environment, I remember that
Lay
whole
down.
quota and quality
Yes.
talk constantly.
Yes.
And it was, oh my God, it was
Okay,
the
boys,
most annoying
go.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta simmer.
Yeah, you gotta settle down.
Captain,
you can't
chair.
have coffee.
Chair, go to your chair. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You know what it's like.
Oh, it's horrible. And anyone who's ever worked in like that,
Like a recycling thrift store environment. So
yeah, it's not. It's cool, and I actually really did like working.
you get to see a lot of really neat stuff.
And that's the part of it that I love, is that there's some really cool stuff that does come through there.
Yeah. But it's all who
Oh yeah.
the upper management.
Yeah.
And who you work with and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And for some reason, everyone that I seem to be able to be like really good friends with, they just get pushed out the door. They just get completely pushed out.
They haven't pushed you out yet?
They just can't get rid of me. And,
I'm too classy.
I mean, there's 3 of us, and we've been there the longest. And in February, I'll be there 4 years. Oh, Apollo!
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Off. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you burped in my face.
Yeah.
Having a problem with dogs.
Yeah, dogs
today.
are an issue today. I think they're a little bit excited. Yeah. I think it's been a while since you've been over. So. They're a little
excited.
like, oh my god, somebody new.
Play with me. But no, it's kind of sad because they get a lot of pressure on them, and then they just kind of get pushed out.
It makes it tough for the people that are working there.
It does.
When they're constantly like, you need to hit that amount of items, but it needs to be at a certain quality and all that kind of stuff. And it's so, some days the quality's just not there.
Oh man, there's days when I'm like, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know what you want me to do.
Not my fault. There's like crap coming in. There's nothing.
And sometimes they just make you feel like a piece of shit though. Mm-hmm. Like for not getting it. They're like, well, you kind of ruined like our goal of getting everything right. So it just kind of makes you feel like a piece of shit. But once you get over that and it's terrible to say because I do like my job. Yeah. Like I do it well. And most of the time, I can do it on point. Mm-hmm. But it's terrible to say. You almost have to kind of not give a shit what other people say. And that way, you're going to have a much better time. Yeah. And, like, not feel so pressured. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I tripped you, kind of.
No. Get out of here. I know what you're going to do.
But, like, I'm not ready to do supervisor again yet. Yeah. I don't think. I just don't care that much to feel that pressure.
To care about the job?
Yeah. I'm happy where I am, I guess. I don't want kisses because you burped earlier. I don't want
Catherine, you're gross. Go lay down.
Kisses.
I think you farted too.
Oh my god, the double whammy. Lay down. Lay down.
Well, see, I remember when I was working at a job like that, and I wasn't doing the exact same job that you were, where it was like I had to meet the quota. I was the person going around like cleaning everything up.
Oh, okay.
I was taking all the junk and throwing it in the trash and putting the clothes in the baler.
Out forever.
Right, and I was the person who unloaded all the trailers and usually did all that kind of stuff and like all that junk. And I remember like they started putting me into some of those sections, like when some of the people were away, to be like, oh, this is how you work in this section. I was like, okay, cool. So like by the end of the time that I was working there, I worked in like every single section. Mm-hmm. Yep. So if anybody was sick, I was pretty much the person to be like, all right, so you're going over there.
Yeah, you'd fill in for them.
Exactly. Yeah. Backup. And like, it was pretty great too because it was always like, oh, you didn't hear your quota? That's okay. Like you're not.
Yeah. See, that's not too bad. I wouldn't mind that. But me, it's like,
yeah. Like, I mean, there was once in a while where it was like we were really far behind, and then it was like,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's just some days it sucks more than others, but I mean, it's a job. Like,
a job's a job.
Exactly, it pays my bills and it puts food on my table.
There you go.
So I can't complain that much, and I mean the benefits are kind of terrible. Excuse me. But like I get really good sick time and I get pretty decent vacation.
You must have been there for a while.
Yeah, well it'll be 4 years in February.
There you go.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's probably, besides my convenience store jobs, like that I had like when I was 16, it'd be my longest running job.
Yeah. Okay, so how many jobs have you had?
Oh man.
Technically. Let's say technically. Because there's a few that I can claim that I was like, technically I work there, but really I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, really, let's see. I did convenience store for 4 years. Well, the longest job description that I had was a cashier for 6 years. Now it's the convenience store out home for 4. And then the same boss bought the convenience store up the university. So I went to work there because I was living in town. Okay. Because he needed more employees there. So
okay. So
I just kind of, it was the same employer.
Did he transfer you?
Yeah, basically.
But like technically it was a different spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah.
We'll say 6 years for that at least.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually did janitor at the university, which never do that again because that was brutal.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, did that
did your
for like 6
did your
months.
mom help you get the job there?
No, actually, my neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we all, like, at the apartment we used to live at, we'd all sit outside and drink, like, every night. And she's like, oh, well, we're always hiring. Because it was a very turnover job. Like, a lot of employees.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah.
So I did that for 6 months. And then one day, my buddy, my best friend that actually introduced me to Dusty, he was living out in Alberta at the time. And he flew home. And he surprised us. And I had no idea that he was home, and I was so excited, and it was my birthday. And I basically just called into work and like, I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back.
Called in, you're like, yeah, not coming back.
I was like, you know what? I'm not coming in today. I'm probably not going to come in again. Because it was a shit job, literally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, a janitor at a university, I would almost assume that they would have hired students. You know what I mean?
Not quite, because it was done through a company called Omni, so it was like an actual like cleaning service company.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, like they owned all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So. I have a couple friends that used to work, not Omni, but whatever kind of whatever
similar.
Yeah. He was like I remember my friend was like I want to say he was like a manager almost in a way, but not really. He was the guy who went around to all the stores that they had the cleaning crews at and would make sure that they're doing their job.
Yeah.
That's
kind of like a foreman in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
Similar.
Cleaning foreman.
Something's beeping.
That's the coffee pot.
Oh, coffee! So I had that. Let me think. I worked in a garage, but that was for kind of like co-op. But I did that for 5 months, I think. Oh, I did Tim Hortons for a month. That was probably my shortest job, actually. And that was kind of a filler. 2 weeks. Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
that's why I said
terrible,
technically. I was like, well, technically, I did get a paycheck from them. Actually, you know what? I think it was even less than 2 weeks. I think I might have been there a week.
Wow.
Anyways, carry on.
Oh, it was terrible. I did it as a filler because I was waiting to hear back from another job. Well, actually, that wasn't even what it was. I was just hoping to get hired anywhere, and then they called me first, and I was like, yeah, damn straight, I'll come into work, cool. So I went in, and I went in for like a week, and then I got a call to do another job, and they were going to pay me more, so I was like, see ya. Mine was pretty much the same, but mine was about a month.
Yeah.
And, oh man, it was bad because I hated the smell of burnt coffee. And it was in your clothes. It was like in your skin. And it's just, I hated going home at night and just, it was just so gross.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting to hear back from a job at Sendon, it was a call center, but it was for the 2 car rental companies, Avis and Budget.
Okay, yeah.
So I worked there for like, God, I can't remember if it was 6 or 9 months. Something like that. And then I think I went back to the convenience store for a while.
Yeah.
So like I jumped around quite a bit, and then after that I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But then like I know I did Atalca, which is a call center.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That was fucking terrible.
I remember that. Yeah.
Did that for about a year and a half. And that was working with Fido phones.
Yeah. I was going to say, I remember you doing that because I remember having a conversation. I never worked at a call center. Thank God. Oh,
that was the worst, actually. Sending, like, because I worked on the Avis side, that wasn't too bad. You dealt with a lot of Southern ladies. So, like, that part was kind of fun. But you dealt with a lot of Americans. And I'm going to let you know, man, they can be so ignorant on the phone. So ignorant.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really bad. Where you literally wanted to go home and kill yourself.
Okay, so I know you probably had, like, a ton of shitty calls through the whole thing.
And perverts. Wow, do you get a lot of perverts. Like, they label them. They're like, oh, the underwear guy is calling around tonight. Or, like, the swimsuit guy is calling around tonight.
The swimsuit guy? Okay, so what was the strangest call, I guess, you've ever had?
Oh, jeez. The strangest was actually at Atelka. So that was dealing with cell phones.
Yeah.
Buddy, I don't know if he was just playing a role or if he was high as shit, but he literally thought the government was bugging his phone. So he was like, is this call being recorded, sort of thing? And I'm like, yeah, probably. And then he's like, well, is my cell phone bugged? And I'm like, maybe. Like, I don't know. What did you do? Like,
could be.
It very well could be. But he was going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, you're just kind of like reading your book and like, yeah, because that's what you did. I mean, it was weird though.
So were you doing outbound or inbound calls?
Only inbound.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good then. So
Outbound's shitty. I don't think I'd ever want to do that. But
yeah, well, because that'd be like people be calling and then they're like,
I would be calling you and be like, oh, we have a
hey,
new
do you want
plan.
this
Do you want?
plan?
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, fuck off. Like,
quit
don't call
calling
me
me.
again.
It's 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat
Stop.
supper. Like, no, that Atelka was the worst. And then I did Marriott. I went over to Marriott, and that was the best call center I ever worked at.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Marriott?
Yep.
That's strange.
And I would probably still be there, but they closed down.
Yeah, they
shut us down.
Yeah.
They shut like a few call centers down, and ours was one of them, unfortunately.
No, that sucks.
But that was about a year and a half, and then I'm over where I am now.
Yeah.
But
And you've been there for a while, eh?
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's a few. I've got a few jobs.
Go lay down.
Yeah. What about you?
Me, for jobs? First job I ever really had, so I worked at my dad's mill when he had that running.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I remember that.
Was basically just shoving the crap wood off the side. That's all I was doing for that. I was super young. I don't even remember how old I would have been.
Yeah. Did he pay you?
Yeah, it was, like $5 or whatever. It's like, hey, come out with me for an hour and I'll give you $5. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Candy!
Yeah.
That's basically what I was thinking. It's like, oh, sweet, candy.
I remember going there and we'd always jump in the great big sawdust
Oh,
hills.
yeah.
Like,
Worst idea ever.
yeah,
My
that
God.
probably wasn't smart.
No. I mean, my dad was like, yeah, go at it.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. Who cares?
You only live once. Go ahead.
That was like my real first like paying job, I guess.
Yeah.
That like I was doing actual work rather than parents giving me allowance or some bullshit.
Yeah.
For mowing the lawn or whatnot. But and next job I actually had after that was Bottle Depot out in Harvey.
Yeah. Dusty did the one on the north side.
Yeah, I remember him doing the one on the north side too. Bottle Depot, I will say that was actually a pretty cool job. I didn't mind doing it.
Yeah?
Like I really barely had to interact with anyone.
Yeah, see, that would be the nice. Oh man,
not that I don't like people.
That's why I'm kept in the back because I just don't like dealing with people.
Well, I shouldn't say I don't like dealing with customers.
Yeah,
customers are annoying. People are fine.
Well,
if you're a customer, you're annoying.
No, absolutely, you're 100% right.
After the Bottle Depot, because I worked there the whole time that I lived in Harvey or whatever, and then I moved. And when I moved, I got a job. That was when I got hired at Tim Hortons for the week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet.
Which one was it?
The exhibition ground one.
Oh, okay, Smythe Street.
Yeah, I got hired on that one.
Yeah.
And actually, which is kind of funny because the job that called me after that was Superstore.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was the Superstore like right next to it, basically, like 10 feet away. And I remember for the 1 week that I worked there, I didn't even get a uniform. Wow. That's how long I was there for.
Because they, basically for the first maybe 2 or 3 days, you're in the back watching the stupid training videos.
And that's what I did. Yeah. And I think I finished the videos, and then I remember going in and being like, so I got another job.
I just got a better job.
They're going to pay me more. I remember being like, I'm sorry. Like, the lady was really nice. She's like, oh, that's fine. I was like, okay, cool.
It probably happens a lot. That's why.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Like, they're going to pay me more. Which, they were going to pay me more, but I was working nights at the Superstore.
Oh, like stocking or whatever?
Yeah, and I was going to school at the same time.
Oh.
Worst ever. Like, I like that job. I like the people that I worked with. They were really fun. The guy that was like my manager was just a friggin' pothead. Oh, it was
Well,
so...
night manager, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I'd probably be fine doing it too.
Everyone on that staff was just like baked out of their mind. It was like just the worst.
Sorry, Captain. Yeah. Oh man, I have no doubt.
But it was that kind of, it was relaxed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
To a point.
Those are the good jobs because I mean, it's good to be pressured in a way too.
Yeah.
To push you
like
to your limits.
we had to get everything out.
Yeah.
But it was relaxed in sense of like
no one's breathing down your back.
Exactly,
like,
right? Yeah, nobody's breathing down your back. And I did that for, God, I must have been at that job for like 2 years. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I must have been at that job for about 2 years. And I remember the last year that I worked there, that was when it started to get a little bit worse.
Yeah.
And they started kind of cracking down a little bit. And I was like, I don't really like this anymore. And
screw you guys,
at that time, I was kind of like getting out of school and like, I had to go back because I actually failed a couple classes in my school, in my thing.
So were you going to school in
Center for Arts?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, back when it was a Center for Arts. It's not that anymore.
Before they Jewed everybody in fucking.
Basically, yeah. So, and at the time that I was doing that, and they started, and I was like, I really got to focus on my school a little bit more, so I need a job that's not going to be nights. So I went around, and I remember I printed off, like, this is back when you could hand out resumes. Now you can't, so.
I know, it's a
weird
weird art.
It's a super weird thing. Anyway, so I printed off, like, 40 to 60 resumes. And my mom took me around to, like, all the places, and I dropped off
because you don't drive, right?
Yeah. I still don't have my license, and I'm 28.
There's nothing, but when you have city transit, it's not.
It's a lot.
Terrible.
Oh no, it's fine.
This city is the worst for transit. Anyway.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Anyways, so I printed off like 40, 60 resumes, and I went to every single spot, everywhere I could find. Like I went to all the 2 malls. No, all the 3 malls technically at the time. There was that like strip mall or whatever. Yeah. I went to like every place you could think of.
Wow.
And I got 2 calls.
Holy shit, eh?
Yeah. I got 1 call. I forget where the other call was. I forget where the first call was from. But I got another call for Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I went into Toys R Us and got the job there, and it was super funny because again, like when I was in at the table with the 3 people that they were hiring all at the same time, like the other 2 were just the most stupid people I think I've ever met in my life.
Were you like,
I was like,
this.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm a shoo-in for this job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that job for, God, I worked there for years.
Yeah, I remember when you worked there.
I worked there for, I want to say like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And at the time that I was working there, I had a roommate who started dating this girl or whatever who worked at Value Village. And she was saying like, oh, they're hiring at Value Village. And she's like, the hours are really good and all that kind of stuff. And it was, like an 8 to 5 kind of job.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fantastic.
That's
like, that's amazing. 8 to 5. I want like a real big boy job.
Big boy.
I don't want any of this friggin' shift work crap.
That's hilarious.
So I got hired there. And I worked there for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, screw this. I'm going to go back to school.
Yeah. Something I want to do.
Do something that I kind of want to do. So I went back to school, did IT.
Yep.
Came back here, and through my IT work or whatever, they have like a job placement, and they placed me in a workplace here. Yeah. And after the month or whatever that it was, they hired me. So I worked there for 2 years. Same time, was working at another job, the Long McQuaid, teaching. And now I'm doing that. So I quit IT and I got full time at Long McQuaid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Not bad because that's what you love to do. Right?
Oh yeah, I just teach drums, bass, and recording arts.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
And it's fantastic. I love it.
I want to get a job that I love, that I actually am passionate for. I mean, if I could get a job editing, man, I have no doubt that I would be really good at it because you're learning constantly.
You're just doing constant editing and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to do that. But there's just... The city's kind of a joke for different jobs.
Yeah. I mean, for media jobs here, there's
There's the radio station. But that's not
yeah.
even...
Yeah.
That's not what I would really be looking for, I don't
Not
think.
radio, no. There's no...
Or, like, what's that place by the hospital? On the top of the hill.
Oh, the CBC news?
Yeah.
That's where they broadcast the CBC news stuff, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
right across the street from the gas station.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's like broadcasting stuff, though. I'm looking more for like the editing.
Yeah, I don't think they do the editing or anything.
So...
there might be a guy in there that does it, but
I mean,
that's one guy
in the
who's
basement. He's just it's so cold. Like, yeah, they haven't turned the heat on for days.
Yeah, but for like here, there's
really no
there's
opportunities for different stuff like that.
Yeah,
because I went into game animation, and the closest thing would be the base in Gagetown doing like military drills and shit. Like that was the closest thing besides Halifax.
Yeah.
And Montreal. So either way we go. Like we.
I will say like there is a bit of a game community here.
It's starting to build up.
It's getting a little bit bigger from what I've noticed.
None when
I don't know any of the guys personally that are part of it, or guys or girls. You know, like they're.
Quit licking your junk. You're on camera.
Classy.
Yeah.
I don't know any of them personally. They just. I know that they meet once every Thursday of every month or something like that, or Tuesday of every month or something like that. So if anybody's in the area and is interested in it, anybody can go and join.
Good. Yeah.
I was going to, and that I was gonna start going to all the meetings, but like, whenever they met, I always had to work because it was at the time that I was working ICS and Long and McQuaid, and I would always like work in the morning and then have to go up to Long and McQuaid. So it's like I never had to. I was never available to go and meet any of them.
And that's just it. Like, I have no time to do stuff like that because I work. Like, I leave the house at 7:30. I don't come home until about 5. And then I hang out with the kids. Like, we'll play, do whatever. Yeah. And then they're in bed at 7, 8-ish. And 7, 8, then I have, like, 2 hours to
just kind
either play a game or something. And then we watch Star Trek. And that's my day. That is my day and my night.
Well, that's not that bad, though. That's pretty good.
But to do optional stuff, like today, since I have Monday off, which, of course, these are pre-recorded to go out on Friday. Like, these are the only days that we can get together.
Is Monday, yeah.
So we have to try and get as much stuff out as we can.
Yeah.
So we can get, like,
to
do this as a hobby, like, for fun. So we're not making money on it.
No, there's nothing being made from this.
It's just to put out content, like, see if people actually...
would be interested.
Yeah. And
if you're interested in it, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. You know, do something. No.
Share it.
Do it.
Just share it anywhere. I don't care.
Yeah, which, I don't know. It's, for me, this is a good hobby. I love doing this. I love
fun. Yeah.
Like, recording stuff and editing it and putting it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, we should probably maybe reset the camera and stuff.
That camera.
And we'll be right back. Yeah, so there's just, it's timing and, like, what you want to do for hobbies and stuff.
Oh, definitely,
like, I even started uploading on my own YouTube channel again. Just like old videos that I had.
Oh yeah.
Like backlogged kind of thing, like Resident Evil videos mostly.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm making any money off it, but I just feel the need to upload something, which is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but okay, go. I don't want to play ball right now.
Nobody wants to play right now. Go lay down.
Sorry.
No, he's going to come over here. Go. Hey, sit up here.
You should get cats.
No. Oh, God, no.
You know what? This is really nice because your dogs are actually hypoallergenic, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So in the last...
Are you allergic?
Since I went back to work in March, I have developed so many allergies. It's crazy. I am allergic to cat hair. I am allergic to dogs now. Tipper, This is my
Seriously?
dog. My dog. He lives at
Yeah,
my
but
mom's.
you have a cat too, though.
Yep. The cat.
Are you allergic to your cat?
Right now?
Does it seem okay?
Because he's not shedding a whole lot.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. But at work, like if I open, because we deal with donations, if I open a bag with a lot of cat hair or dog hair all over the clothes,
Yeah.
My day's ruined. Like I am sneezing, snotting all over the place, like eyes so itchy and red.
That's not good. Do you take allergy pills now?
Yeah, I have to. If I work in the back, absolutely have to. Every day, pop an allergy pill before I start.
I think that's what Russ does every day. Every day he wakes up, I'm assuming that he
Yeah.
pops
He
in.
always had a hard time when he come over to the house because of the cat.
Your place, even if he
Yeah.
comes over here, like even though the dogs are hypoallergenic, he'll still take one.
Really?
And I remember it was really bad back when Graham was living in Zineville.
Yeah.
With
yeah,
the wood
yeah.
furnace. Oh my god.
I can imagine.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah, I remember there was one time he went over there and he didn't take an allergy pill, and it was like he was just snot and red and
Eyes,
he
right,
was
like
he was
super,
super puffy, and it was like
yeah. No, he
it's like you look like death. Like you look like you're gonna explode.
Oh no, and I get it. Like I know how he feels now because like instantly I just started.
I've never had that problem.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I don't feel like I'm allergic to anything.
No, and I never was either. Until after I had Scarlett. I just started becoming, oh man, having kids, they just like ruin your body. Like in more ways than one. So now I'm just fucking allergic to everything.
Yeah.
And one of our aunts, she lives by my mom, and she brought her dog over. And that's when I started noticing it at mom's.
Yeah.
So Aunt Karen brought her German Shepherd over.
I didn't know Karen had a German Shepherd.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like a big purebred blue shepherd, I think is what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the poor thing is she's so sweet. And so I was petting her, but she was shedding really bad.
Yeah.
And not even 10 minutes later, I'm like, like, oh man, it was brutal. Like, I feel like death every time. So.
Didn't you used to have a German Shepherd too?
Yep, we had Jagger. Named after Mick Jagger.
Jagger. That's
Dad's
what
dog.
I was thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that last night.
Yeah?
I was like, did Jill have another dog? What was its name? And I was thinking like Jaguar.
Yeah,
Was
pretty
it Jaguar?
close. Yeah.
I could not think of it for the life of me. I was like, fuck it.
No, he was a really good dog. He was a Shepherd Husky mix.
He was pretty great. Yeah.
Oh man, he was my favorite dog, like by far.
Really?
Tipper, which is a Lab Collie mix.
Okay, I was gonna say Tipper's not a lab, but if he's a mix,
his dad or his mom was a Lab because his mom was my best friend's dog.
Oh
that
yeah.
got knocked up, yeah. And
Oh,
then,
that's where Tipper came from.
Yeah, and my best friend's like, well, I'm gonna keep one of the puppies,
But you can have
which.
him.
Yeah. Well, like he's like, oh, here, take a puppy, and I wanted the one that had the longest hair, and he had like a Dalmatian like belly, super cute puppy.
Cute puppy.
He's all fat and old now, though. Like I'm surprised if he'll make it the rest of the year. Like he's just
yeah.
he's old now.
Tipper's funny. Yeah.
Well, I've had him for like 14 years.
Is that how old he is?
Yeah,
He's 14?
like he's,
oh my god.
He's an old dog now, but he's fat. Like he's definitely overweight. And we had Comet. Comet was someone just dumped this dog off in my yard.
Comet.
He was
vaguely
a yappy
remember
fucking small dog.
Comet.
He was mom's dog. Like
Okay.
no one could go near mom or touch her or anything because he'd be like nah, 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 and freak out. But he was definitely abused. Like someone just dumped him off in our yard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember waking up, and this when we lived out in the country. And I was like, Mom, there's a dog running circles around the house. And she's like, all right, we'll just leave it alone, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember sneaking down the basement, and I'd open the basement door, and I'm like, it's a puppy! like freaking right out because I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
And man, that thing, well, he was definitely like, hadn't been fed for a couple days, so, and we had a cat at that time, She's like, oh, I'm gonna give it a whole bunch of cat food. You know, I'm gonna feed it, and then it just didn't fucking leave. But
yeah,
oh, the poor thing, had diarrhea so bad because cat food. Dogs just can't handle cat food.
Yeah.
But so we took him to the vet. We made sure like got all his shots and got him fed and everything, and he just never left. Like he was our dog now.
Yeah,
so,
that's funny.
Yeah, but felt bad for it. 'Cause, I mean, shit.
I know that we had.
Sorry, buddy.
I know that like when I was younger, we had a dog named Pooch.
I remember that dog.
I'm really too young to remember really anything about that dog.
I remember how it looked, but I don't remember what breed it was. Because it was a mutt, for sure. But I remember it being kind of beige.
I think I remember it being big.
Yeah, like it was, I don't think it would be as big as Captain.
No, I think it might have been smaller than Captain, but I remember Pooch was really big. And after Pooch, actually we did have another dog in between that, but we didn't have it very long. It got hit by a car. I think it was Ralph. I think we called it Ralph.
I don't remember that.
I don't know where it came from, but
Was Ralph after Pooch?
No, I think it was at the same time. I think for some reason we had two dogs at one point, and we might have had the dog for like a week, and somebody hit it with a car.
I remember the name. Mm-hmm. I don't remember.
Again, I was too young to really remember this. I only remember Pooch for the fact that just you know how you just have like those stupid images when you were younger. You're like, why do I remember just like that one little still image? And it's like, oh, okay.
Well, we had a dog named Bear.
Would you get out of here?
When I was like probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I remember just one little part, like he'd be standing in the hall, and that's all I remember. But he's a big fucking dog. And you know what I'm sure, and your mom and dad probably told you too.
Go lay down.
But when you ask, oh, you know, where's that dog? Went to live on a farm.
You know what's funny though? I remember of those like stills. I remember looking out the window of my parents' house and seeing my dad with a shovel digging.
Oh no!
And I'm pretty sure it was the time that Pooch died. I remember looking out the window.
Was he buried at the house?
I think so. Yeah, I think my dad buried him out in the yard.
Oh shit!
Yeah, well,
that's a terrifying image.
I think I don't know if I was like making it up or it was a dream or what, but I remember that. I remember seeing Dad out with a shovel.
Yeah, shit.
And I was like, oh, okay. It could have been, it could have been him burying Ralph, or it could have been him burying. I don't know exactly what happened to the dog. I remember that we used to have it. Anyways, after that, me and Russ, we got another dog. I remember my dad. I don't think he was impressed with us getting.
No, I kind of remember that because you got Caramel, right?
Yeah, Caramel.
Yeah, and
this short,
I remember someone wasn't happy.
This tiny little.
Like she was only maybe that tall, right?
Oh
like,
God,
was she a wiener dog?
You know what? I think it was a mix of like
wiener and Chihuahua or something.
I think it was a mix of like 6 things because like I think wiener dog. Yeah, definitely.
Because she had the wiener dog kind of body,
but it wasn't. It wasn't as long as a wiener dog. It was still. It was a little. Like if you take Captain and you like shrink him down and then like add on like another inch or 2 to the body, that was like the length.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like she was like this tall.
Oh man, the one memory that I have of Caramel was if you'd be like, "Oh, Caramel, did you fart?" and she'd get so depressed and like she'd be so sad, and then I remember your mom being like, "Tell her she didn't fart." Like she's like, like be nice.
Yes, I remember that too.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so funny. But you had her for years.
Oh yeah, she was actually. It was.
Jeez.
We still had the dog after both me and Russ moved out of the house. Because after I moved out of the house, because Russ, of course, moved out before me.
But even because we still had Tipper, because we brought Tipper over.
Yeah, they played together. Sure. I'm trying to think of when my mom put the dog down.
Oh, I remember Mom had to go with her.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because that was the first time I think that
she had to go.
Yeah, she actually did it at the vet. Like nothing happened.
Yeah,
she was just really, really old. Like she was an old dog.
She had lumps, like fatty lumps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She had arthritis.
Yeah.
I don't think she could hear a thing.
That's like Tipper now. Oh,
I don't think by the end of it, Carmel couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
I don't think she was deaf, like completely deaf.
And at that point, I mean, they lived a good life.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Jeez. And when they can't walk anymore, because that was Jagger's problem. Because
that's when it's like all right.
The German Shepherds, their hind ends go. So like,
okay,
like
just heavy backs.
And that's the same with Aunt Karen's dog too. Like, just the back end. Like when she walks, her hips are like so close together and almost sideways. Because she has a weird, like a disc is just gone. Like it just disintegrated out of her back or something.
Jeez.
And it's a weird thing with German Shepherds. Like it just, their hind ends just go.
Well, I mean,
Jagger couldn't get up and he'd pee on himself. So we're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have to put him down.
Yeah,
Which sucks. It definitely sucks. But
with bigger dogs, they don't live.
No. And it's just so hard on their joints.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I would love... My two ideal dogs that I want to get is... I would love to have a Great Dane. Love to have a Great Dane. Only if we had a big house and a huge backyard.
Yeah, so they can just run around.
Yeah, like... Because you don't want to be stuck in an apartment with a Great Dane.
Yeah. I would love a sheepdog.
Yeah?
I'd love a sheepdog.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Not that I,
though.
Oh yeah. Not that I don't love my dogs, because I do.
Those two wingnuts.
Oh yeah, they're full of fucking piss and vinegar.
Oh man, I remember. I would love to have an army of corgis.
No.
Oh my goodness! No. I would love to have an army, like 30 corgis.
No.
I remember Russ's dog Archie. I love that dog so much.
Oh, Uncle Russ. Yeah.
No, Russ. Your brother. We also have an uncle named Russ. There's Big Russ.
He didn't have a corgi?
Yeah, when he was dating Amanda.
Oh, Amanda's dog. Amanda's corgi. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of...
I don't remember that dog.
He always brought it over to our old apartment. And that dog was perfect. Like, he didn't have to be on a leash. Like, just followed him right around. And he couldn't get up on our couch, so we had to lift him because he was, he's short and pudgy.
That's funny.
I fucking love that dog so much.
I didn't know Russ had a corgi.
Yeah, he was one of the black ones with like a light brown and possibly a white belly, I think. They got their duck, so now they're kind of...
Yeah, they're wrestling. If the camera gets hit...
Oh, God!
Guys, go sit down.
Go lay down.
Go sit down. Thank you.
And Apollo got a haircut. I don't know if anyone noticed, but...
They both got a haircut.
Oh.
Captain, you can kind of tell less because...
He still has his...
He still has his bun. It looked a lot worse, when he got home, because he was...
I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Nothing.
I'm not hiding anything.
Go sit down.
Yeah. Well,
I love dogs though. I really.
Oh do. Yeah. I mean, I have a cat, and he has. We'll end on this story because we're gonna have to cut her short soon. But
are we? What are we at? 20 minutes? Yeah. Okay.
I have a cat, and it's Dusty's cat. He's the one that got him first.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was your
he's
cat.
the one that got him first. Oh no, he's my cat now. Because I'm the only one that he really likes. And this fucking thing's so stupid. He drools a lot. Like, when he's really happy, he just pours. Like, he just drools so much. And he runs into things. He's just kind of dumb. And what drew the line for me, which I'll never get another animal. Ever.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, nope.
Not like a dog?
I'll get fish. Fish is my extent.
I thought you said you wanted.
I'd like to have one, but we'll never get one.
Why not?
When we had to pay for a $400 enema for a cat, that was it.
Yeah.
I said never again because that little fucker couldn't poop, and he had basically like the size of like not quite a tennis ball of poop in him, and he couldn't get it out. And so we had to pay for a $400 enema for him. Yep.
That sucks.
Yep. I said nope.
Just blockage. Like, did he eat something?
He can't eat. He can't eat hard food. He can't eat hard cat food.
Okay.
So
It doesn't digest.
Nope. We can only give him wet cat food.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's almost bulimic because he'll eat really fast and then he'll puke. And he'll go and eat more.
Hey, didn't you do that just before the podcast? Didn't you just
go
eat a bunch of shit
all over the place
3 times before we started this? It's
like literally
over in the corner, right there, right in front over there. And then I tried to get him outside, and before I got a chance to get him outside, he just all over the place again.
So like we were literally just about to hit record and puked all over the place. But
all right, we'll end with that.
Yeah. So
thank you for listening to episode 7 of the Once Over podcast. Again, I am Nick.
And I am Jill.
And if you liked what we're doing,
you can catch us on Twitter.
Yep.
I'll at the start of the video, I put up the Twitter handle, whatever you want to call it.
The
Once Over PC for podcast. Because I ran out of letters.
Not politically correct.
Politically correct, personal
or
computer,
PC,
whatever you want.
Or personal computer. Yeah. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.